Well, here we are. Street Fighter 6, right around the corner. Tekken 8, on its way. Mortal Kombat is coming back. Wow. What a time for fighting games, man. Now, I'm gonna do something a little bit different compared to what I usually do with these reaction and analysis videos, but you'll see why I'm doing so as we go along. So, a little bit of story time. Last week, while I was doing some editing, I was listening to the Casanova podcast, of course, featuring History Behind the Warrior. Shout outs to him and, of course, Mikel Casanova. I've been a longtime fan of History Behind the Warrior's content, as well as Mikel Casanova's content. On top of that, I've actually spoken with Mikel a couple of times, like not just limited to YouTube comments or whatever. And when I've talked to him, he's a really cool guy, awesome guy. So like I said, I was listening to the podcast while doing some editing, and out of nowhere, the topic of SNK and the fandom actually popped up. And fast forwarding a little bit just to make this as brief as possible, for the longest of time, I always wondered why History Behind the Warrior only did like 2 SNK fighting game character history videos. Like, that was something that was on my mind for a long time, like way back when I first started watching his content. And then out of nowhere, when I wasn't even thinking about it, I finally got the answer. Long story short, when it comes to the Geese Howard video, if I'm not mistaken, first of all, before I go into this, make sure you go back and watch the clip yourself. I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, some fan on the Geese Howard video had said that the video was soulless or something. Basically just talking shit, really. That's not criticism, that's talking shit. That's what it is. There's a difference. On top of the fact that History Behind the Warrior wasn't really a KOF fan, that pretty much was the deciding factor that he would never do any KOF content anymore. Which that right there irks me, not only as a fan of his content, but also as a content creator myself. And the reason I bring this up is because I went through a very similar experience when it comes to Mortal Kombat fans. Leading up to the release of Mortal Kombat 11, I had a little series where I would take a Mortal Kombat character, usually a classic one, and rank their designs over the many years of Mortal Kombat from worst to best. That was basically it. It was just my little opinion, and I mean, it's designs. I'm not gonna sit here and act like my fashion tastes are ultimately undisputed or anything like that. It's designs. And of course, people had differing little opinions, which that doesn't bother me. Whenever I do opinion-based content, I always leave the door open for you all to be like, okay, how would you rank this one? What's your favorite one? What did you like? What didn't you like? I don't mind different opinions like a lot of people love to reach for when they get caught in a lie or an inconsistency. Because what I didn't appreciate is so many comments talking about, let me fix your list, let me fix your list, let me fix your opinion, like, what? And on top of that, I was basically falling out of love with Mortal Kombat with 11, and not for all the stupid mess or whatever. I didn't care about freaking character designs. I was so annoyed with the fact that there was so much attention to all this other stuff, and not to the fact that the ranked mode, Combat League, literally forced you into matches unless somebody literally had the worst connection of all time. So taking all the mess I get on the content creating end and taking all of the fact that I'm getting tired of this game in the community when it comes to the game itself, similar to History Behind the Warrior, which he also said he was not really a KOF fan, I stopped doing Mortal Kombat content. Like, for me, if I'm not having fun making the content and I'm not having fun with the game, it's time to let it go. Which is what I did. I still like Mortal Kombat as a franchise. Those of you that have seen my favorite character video have seen there are a couple of Mortal Kombat characters across it. So yeah, I want to give it a chance. So now this portion right here is where we're getting into the trailer in case you want to skip ahead and blah blah whatever. One thing I'm already noticing is the fact that it's called Mortal Kombat 1. I highly doubt that this is a typo and somebody at NRS forgot to put a 2 in there. The reason I bring this up is because I do recall that teaser, which I might have not talked about it, but I did see it. The clock ticks past 12 and it skips to 1. So I'm guessing this is what that particular teaser was hinting at. So I'm guessing this is going to be some type of soft reboot of sorts, especially seeing how much time travel was a thing in Mortal Kombat 11's story. Let's go! Oh, who's this?
It is time.
It is time! Shoutouts to Jorgen von Strangle.
Time to wake up.
That Raiden?
To a new reality.
Because that was... Okay, and then he said wake up to a new reality, because that's the one thing that still sticks in my mind from playing the Mortal Kombat 11 story, was when we have now Fire God Liu Kang and like a humanized Raiden. That was that was pretty. That's a big shift right there, man. That's a really big shift after all these years of seeing Raiden, you know, basically I'm a thunder god, I'm an elder god, and it's like now all of a sudden he's human. I still can't get over that. It was so freaking crazy seeing him with like regular human pupils on top of that. Oh god, let's keep going.
A blank canvas that I have painted in with warmth and peace. In my new era, the choice is yours.
So I'm guessing this is Fire God Liu Kang talking, since, you know, what we mentioned last time. And I'm guessing this right here is old Kung Lao.
Whether to live in quiet serenity.
Freaking straw hat or whatever, man. What happened? Let me shut up.
Or bloody strife.
Kitana!
To dwell in joyous prosperity.
Okay, so I don't want to assume too much, so I'm guessing they're still going with her being the Khan. So it's kind of like, it's still like kind of like a reboot of sorts then, but they're still like rolling with things. I'm just kind of, hey, color me fascinated, because just the way this is going, it's kind of crazy. And also, this looks literally like, I would imagine this was like a freaking movie or something, yo. Like an actual freaking CGI movie, which is not a bad thing.
Or bitter rivalry.
Ah, Melina. I love how they leaned all the way into the whole twin aspect with the two of them. They really did. I like that. Plus, it also reminds me, one thing I do still enjoy from Mortal Kombat 11 is occasionally watching the intros. And I really love, because I wasn't playing Mortal Kombat 11 around the time when Melina and Rambo and them came out. I pretty much fell off of it when Aftermath it came out. And I do like the intro where they actually have Melina doing a Kitana impression, like with her voice.
I fooled you completely, Liu Kang.
No, not for 1 minute.
Help me, Liu Kang. Help me.
That was genius right there. I like that. And we got Hanzo Hasashi here, who I guess this timeline's Hanzo Hasashi, because Devora added him to her body count last time. Devora, god damn it.
You can face each other as sworn enemies, or united as brothers.
Which is what they did. That is exactly what they did. And I like the fact that this storyline came to a close. I actually like the teaming up of Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I mean, I know that rivalry has been one of like the biggest storylines in Mortal Kombat history, but I mean, at the same time, I think it might have run its course. Unless they can find something else to possibly pit them against each other, which I'm not really in favor of. Because, I mean, they've already had somebody deceive the clans and cause like a whole mess. I don't think they should run that storyline back. But, okay.
But a storm is brewing. And soon you will discover...
Here he is! Fire God Liu Kang!
...that even in this new era, one constant remains. There is always something worth fighting for.
Yep, here we go. Here we go. Good old Shang Tsung, man.
You have chosen to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
The man never stops, man. Shang Tsung, one of the most resilient villains in all of fighting game history, man. He's one of the most resilient. But from what I remember seeing of the Aftermath storyline, they did basically hint that he was probably still going to be around causing a bunch of mess. So there's that. Oh, that's nice. Ooh. I know what I'm gonna have to do with this. Some folks are not gonna like it, but it is what it is. Ooh, in the fall, September 9th. Pre-order to get Shang Tsung in beta access. Oh, wow. Dang, again? Oh, he's a pre-order bonus this time. Oh my god, man. But hey, they're bringing them out early, I guess. Pre-order on May 9th at 10. Okay, so I guess like that's the time period for pre-ordering to get into the beta. So that's interesting. So yeah, that trailer was actually pretty fascinating. I'm not gonna lie. I am interested. I'm just gonna put that out there. But at the same time, of course, I've got to see more. I actually went around to see if there was any more information concerning Mortal Kombat. And I did find out that they do have a website here, which you can see. And of course, the pre-order information that we heard about earlier, that's there. And it's in our blood. Discover a reborn Mortal Kombat universe created by Fire God Liu Kang. So it is basically like continuing where the story left off, but I guess kind of a soft reboot, I guess is what they say. Mortal Kombat 1 ushers in a new era of the iconic franchise with a new fighting system, game modes, and fatalities. Now, one hot topic that has been going on concerning fighting games has been single-player content, like offline stuff. Mortal Kombat, for me, has been one of the games that has been pretty solid with that ever since the 3D era. Again, nothing is touching chess combat for me, and that goes for all fighting game offline single-player content. I would still rank chess combat as my all-time favorite. So I can't wait to see what they have there. I can only wonder what type of fatalities they're gonna come up with. Like, how many different ways are these people gonna go about dismembering? How many ways, man? How many ways, man? How many ways? Moving on, let's see. Immersive story campaign. Fight through a brand new story featuring your favorite Mortal Kombat characters like you've never seen them before. When it comes to story campaigns, Mortal Kombat, like at least with the presentation, it's good. But of course, when it comes to the matters of the story, and I'm pretty sure some of you watch some other content creators that break that stuff down more than I do. And yeah, there's some weird stuff going on there. There's a lot of head scratchers with the story and all that. I'm pretty sure Emily's gonna be in the comments of this one, so she can tell you a little something something. Scrolling down, we've seen the latest trailer, and then cameo fighters. Choose from a unique roster of cameo fighting partners to assist you in battle. And from what I understand, people have been comparing this to assist characters in Marvel or the Strikers in KOF. Honestly, but you know what this also reminds me of? Remember those really busted freaking towers from Mortal Kombat 11? The ones that were absurdly broken, where literally you have all these different conditions, all these buffs and debuffs, and literally the freaking the CPU just freaking Saitama one punches you or whatever. This also kind of reminds me of that, because I know certain attacks or like certain perks that you could like equip to the character for a certain tower battle, they actually came courtesy of some characters that were not in the game. Like even freaking Hydro made a cameo with one of his, because it was like a wave, I think, that you could use or something like that. So I'm wondering, is this going to be a callback to that? Now again, I don't think we've seen any actual gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1 here, so I say that because it really depends on the pacing and everything else, because this has the potential to be absurdly crazy, but also probably absurdly fun. Another thing that I've always said about Mortal Kombat is, compared to all the other mainstream household name fighting games, this franchise is by far the most experimental when it comes to its gameplay mechanics. Like if you look over the many different eras of Mortal Kombat, each and every single era has something insanely just different, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this right here is going to be it, the cameo fighters that is, for this new era or whatnot. It might be just a one game thing, I don't know. But nevertheless, I can always appreciate how Mortal Kombat does try to make itself feel fresh, even sometimes when certain mechanics are not that great. So as I was away, more Mortal Kombat 1 news actually came out. I'm just gonna go over some of the stuff that jumps out at me. Scrolling down on eventhubs.com, and right here, confirmed playable characters: Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, Kung Lao, Kitana, Mileena, Johnny Cage, and Shang Tsung, who of course we saw in the trailer was confirmed to be pre-order DLC. None of these choices really surprised me. It's classic favorites, and on top of that, we saw most of them in the trailer, so I figured that was kind of a dead giveaway. You have the purchase options here. You got the standard edition. It's going to be on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and PC, including Steam and the Epic Game Store, so it's going to be all over the place. The premium edition, it comes along with the Kombat Pack, which I think we'll get to a little bit later on, since I know there's a DLC section right there. Early access to the game, so that's pretty cool. 1,250 Dragon Crystals, in-game currency, so I guess there are going to be more unlockables and such. Good job. The Kombat Pack will feature a Johnny Cage character skin with the likeness of famed actor and martial artist Jean-Claude Van Damme. Okay, pretty cool. Early access to 6 new playable characters. Oh. Well, they did it last time, I think. I'm pretty sure they did that last time. And 5 new cameo fighters. Cameo fighters, I think, were the assist characters, if I'm not mistaken. The collector's edition comes along with a Liu Kang sculpture, an inspired Liu Kang in-game character skin, 3 exclusive art prints, a steel case, and 1,450 additional Dragon Crystals, so 2,700 in total. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Pricey, but I guess you'll get your bang for your buck, I suppose. I'm not sure. Probably won't be getting any one of those special editions unless something just blows me away with this game. So with the DLC, as mentioned in the description for the premium edition, Mortal Kombat 1 will feature its first Kombat Pack as DLC. This package will include 6 additional fighters as well as 5 non-playable assist cameo characters. So, even adding more assist characters. Pretty cool, even though kind of weird now that I think about it. In addition to this content, those who get the Kombat Pack will receive early access to the 6 new fighters as well, which will become available post-launch. Not surprising. The Kombat Pack also features the Jean-Claude Van Damme skin. And lastly, Shang Tsung, we know about that. The beta and the netcode. Those who pre-order the game on PlayStation and Xbox consoles will also be given access to the Mortal Kombat 1 beta test for the title. So, unfortunately, nothing really there for the Switch or the PC audience, which I always feel bad for people that don't get access to betas. I know why they do it, but it's still kind of a shame, if you ask me. This beta is expected to go live sometime in August, ahead of the game's September release. Fans will also be excited to learn that Mortal Kombat 1 will indeed be using rollback netcode. Thank you. And Mortal Kombat 1 has a release date of September 19th, 2023. So, what was the early access again? It was September 14th, so a whole 5 days? Nah, not bad. Not bad at all, and that comes with the premium edition, which, I don't know. It really depends on, like, for me, it depends on what the Kombat Pack is hitting on, if you ask me. I gotta see what the characters are. I know Jean-Claude Van Damme's very, like, popular and everything, but not really someone where I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get that freaking premium for the Jean-Claude Van Damme skin. Like, not really. You're gonna have to really sell this to me with the characters, and I guess also seeing, I was gonna say, like, with the currency, but I'm like, nah, like, the early access, not a bad perk, but I gotta see what the Kombat Pack is sitting on before I even think about a premium edition. But yeah, that's the long and short of it. Like I said, I'm interested. I gotta see more. I did enjoy the trailer. I can't wait to see how these cameo fighters are gonna be implemented. Like I said, I don't think we've really seen any gameplay. We've seen some stuff that we might see in gameplay, like we might have seen what one of the fatalities or maybe 2 of them looks like. But yeah, I gotta see more. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments, and until next time, I am Chris Lotus, signing off. You all take care of yourselves, be safe out there, be cool to each other, and if you're in a very scorching hot place, please stay hydrated. See ya.